straight up now, tell me, do you really want to love me forever?
Is it just
a hit and run?
Yeah.
It's me after our first date.
Yeah. And then I was like, I'll let you know in about 8 or 9 months.
Yeah, it'll be really long and drawn out. I'll watch this direct in the middle of it, but it's going to be great. Picture this.
Welcome to Soft Launch episode 37!
Yes.
Yeah, and if our posture is slightly bent backwards, it's because, make no mistake, Samantha took both of her feet, took her socks off, and put them in the oven along with the dinner that she cooked. I have the itis.
Yeah.
We gotta clap it up for Samantha in the kitchen today.
Yeah.
Just work 9 to 5. Just made herself and her man dinner afterwards. Just a 10 out of
well, he
day.
sat in his ass and watched a soccer game. He's unemployed.
Yeah, but if I didn't watch, we wouldn't have won 6-0. I had to be there. I had to make sure my Gunners won.
No, I had to cook because I'm depressed.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You've been going through some
I've been
stuff.
going through some things. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm upset.
Yeah, and it's unrelated to my employment situation.
No, it is something totally different outside of this home.
Yeah, Samantha's the first woman on the planet that is actually encouraging her man to gamble on sports, just so that the things that he's doing anyway could maybe bring in some fucking income to the house. It's just the truth.
Yeah. Like, go out there and rob people.
Yeah, go out there and commit crime. Go out there and be a degenerate. But either way, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 37. I am JC Mendoza.
I am Samantha Santos.
And we are the Softies coming at you live with the Soft Launch Podcast, our 37th episode. We've been feeling good. I have to go back and do some research on how many in a row this is, like without skipping a week.
I know.
feel like this has to be at least like 8 to 10, like straight.
Yeah, and
weeks.
I'm exhausted.
I know. Yeah, today I feel like more than.
I don't want to be here.
Yeah, I felt that more today than I think I felt since we came back from Aruba.
Yeah.
Because before we left to Aruba, if we didn't want to do it, we just didn't do it.
Yeah, it was really bad.
And then we would turn around and be like, why isn't our podcast bigger? Oh, big fellas, it's because you're not doing the cat. You're not casting the pods. Yeah, but we're here today. We're powering through it for you guys.
Yeah, we're powering through it.
We've had a day of anxiety, so we're winding down with some nice cold lilies.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You can order these. I don't know when, because they're out of bottles. They gave all the rest they had to us. Because that's just what it is.
It's just what it is, because we're that special.
We're that special. We got the last batch, and watch our energy be uplifted, because
lighter.
all of the weight of life will be relieved off our shoulders about 43 minutes in.
Yeah, maybe by the time I finish this.
Jesus Christ. It's just what it is. Shit is scary in the streets and they're scary in the sheets, but we're here coming at you live, and we feel like this is a perfect time to jump into our first segment. One thing about we. And one thing about us, we're coming in, our energy's all over the place, but don't be confused. We had an incredible weekend.
We had an incredible weekend.
We spent the weekend in Pennsylvania.
We did.
We stayed in the Poconos.
The Poconos.
Which is the city island of America.
No,
to Puerto Rican people.
Puerto Rican people from New York. The Poconos are like Jamaica. Like, it's just, you know what I mean?
It's our Sandals Jamaica.
It's our Sandals Jamaica. We go there, we kick back, we honeymoon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And if you're lucky, you go on your honeymoon, and 40 years later, you break up like my parents just did.
Obviously.
Yeah, my parents honeymooned in the Poconos, and they wonder why they didn't work out. You had no romance. Man, we're just coming in.
We're coming in hot. Yeah, but the Poconos
We're gonna
are
leave
really,
that in.
The Poconos are really nice. No, we're gonna leave that in.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Cool. Less work for me. I'm loving it. The Poconos are great. The Poconos. Yeah, the white people go to Jamaica and they come back with one braid, and Puerto Ricans go to the Poconos and come back with a pair of Birkenstocks, and that's just what it is.
Yeah,
that's just how our life is, and we had a great time.
They come back with a totaled car because there's no lights on those highways.
Oh, nah, man.
There's not a light in sight.
Motherfuckers out in Pennsylvania. First of all, I just don't understand what the plan is. It's just dark. There's just no light. There's nothing. It's everybody's. I don't like it. I don't like it out there.
Yeah, and then you would think that JC was conserving energy because he wouldn't put on his fucking high beams.
I was trying to be considerate.
Click on and click off. And I'm like, if you don't put those on, I can't see anything.
High beams are just one of those things that I feel like are illegal to use just because that's what my parents said. They didn't want me using high beams, and I couldn't put the light on in the car to play my Game Boy. at night. So I just think that that's the rules, and I don't want to get arrested in fucking Pennsylvania.
Your parents wanted you to die.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah.
You have to use your high beams when there's no light. You don't use them in the city or on, on like the FDR Drive.
Yeah.
But you use them in Pennsylvania when there's not a light in sight.
Yeah.
We couldn't see anything at all, and he would just click them on and click them off. I'm like, you could just keep them on, and if a person's coming, click them off. If there was a deer, it would have been destroyed.
Yeah. That deer would have thrown us a nice little surprise party. That would have
see
caught us off
anything,
guard. Oh my
and
God, I didn't see it coming.
Yeah, I literally was just sitting in the car ride the whole time with my asshole clenched.
Yeah.
I was terrified.
Yeah, me too. But
It was driving. And it was also pouring. So yeah, okay. So we went to the Poconos.
We did.
We got ahead of ourselves.
We did. We went to the Poconos this weekend. Shout out to Samanthas sisters. We spent a great time out in Pennsylvania. They got a nice house.
They bought a house. Okay, and I love that for them.
Homeowners.
They bought a house in the Poconos, and it's just it's so beautiful. It's huge. What is there? 4 bedrooms.
It's like 4 bedrooms.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 bedrooms.
5 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, backyard, front yard. It's a basement furnished. A lot of darts set up, air hockey, fucking ping pong, regulation size, so they couldn't set it up because the ping pong table's bigger than the basement.
That was crazy. They did that by accident. But it's just so much fun. So we went up there. They had bought it like a year ago, so I wanted to make sure that I got out there to see it, and we ended up having a show.
Yeah, we had a show.
But we've been calling Emis, but it is Emmaus.
So for us, it's funny because we've been pumping this show for a couple months now, just telling everybody to come to Emis, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, it doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist. Because we went to Emmaus. And we didn't know it was Emmaus until we got there.
Yeah, and then you would think anybody that we've been talking to would correct us because we talked to comics who did that theater.
Yeah.
And they didn't say anything. They just thought we were dumb.
Yeah, so for us, unfortunately, because we know at least 100 people were trying to pull up and see us in Pennsylvania. We're so sorry we mispronounced the name you couldn't possibly have known, and that's why you didn't show up. Yeah. And yeah, but other than that, honestly,
at the theater, there was 130 people.
Went to the Emmaus Theater, and it was honestly a blast. I did not know that there was so many Latinos out in fucking Pennsylvania like that, because apparently Allentown is a big settlement.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I did not. I had no idea, but it does make sense because Pennsylvania, the initials are PA, and if you move to PA and you call back and you tell your family, yo, I just moved to Pa, you got to come. It's lit in Pa. And then all the Puerto Ricans show up.
Yeah, everyone from your town is gonna move there.
Yeah,
literally, people there's parts of Ohio with a bunch of Dominican people and Puerto Rican people.
Just because one person moved there is yo, at that space.
Yeah. One person, they're like, I know one Latino there, so at least they know they have someone to have cafecito with. And and then everybody will move.
Yeah,
we really do. Yeah,
it was a whole community out there. I had no idea. Shout out to Tony Loud.
That was awesome.
Like his 4th show. He does it every month. So if you're ever in Emmaus, Pennsylvania, or in the surrounding area, go to the fucking Emmaus Theater and watch Tony Loud.
Yeah.
Do stuff.
Yeah,
because it was mad fun.
It was mad fun.
It's like a block party in that motherfucker.
Really, really fun. And the town looked like the Gilmore Girls. And make no mistake, I want to live there.
Yeah. One thing that I have learned about Samantha is that the bar for things to be incredible in her future is nothing short of underneath the ground. Samantha has, and I say this with love and respect, she is the simplest person I've ever met in my entire life. Because as soon as we pulled into this town, we got to their little town center. Yeah. And Samantha's like, wouldn't it just be a dream to live out here? I'm like, in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no. It's not a dream to live somewhere like this. I'm gonna say my dream. No, this is not my dream.
I do that.
Yeah,
I do.
She said, wouldn't your life just be complete?
And I mean it.
If the closest DMV was 90 miles away, wouldn't you like that? Wouldn't that be sweet?
And I genuinely, I mean it in the moment.
I know, and that's what's admirable and adorable, but sad in a way when you think about it. Because the 2 big dreams that Samantha's communicated to me that I can verbalize is, 1, to live in a small town out of the way from known civilization, and number 2, to just be in possession of a station wagon. Not even own it. We can lease it.
We could lease it.
We could also just be renting it. If I wanted to make Samantha's dream come true, I would just rent a station wagon for one day, and it would be bucket list level satisfaction from her. And that's
it
just
really
the truth of her existence.
Yeah, you know, like people, I want to take like a picture in a station wagon at a wedding.
Yeah.
No, just kidding.
Yeah,
but
that's just not gonna happen.
Just make no mistake, Hillary Duff did that and I loved it. Like the picture. Obsessed.
The fact that Hillary Duff, the fact that Lizzie McGuire has a lifelong impact on your outlook of life.
Lizzie McGuire shaped me.
Yeah.
And Hillary Duff is everything. Don't ever disrespect her.
If Lizzie McGuire saw you now, the little cartoon would pop up on your shoulder and be like, hey, you can have better dreams, mama.
I actually met her.
Yeah.
I met Hillary Duff. She tapped me on the shoulder and asked me if I can grab her wine. She's like, I'm so short. Yeah. And I make no mistake, I didn't get her the wine. I just stared at her with my mouth open.
Yeah.
And my friend just grabbed it for her and I was like, I was like, do you know this? She's like, of course I know who that is, Samantha. Look at you.
Yeah.
And then she turned around and she has an absolute donkey on her. It's just caked up.
I'm sure she has a nice butt.
No.
An absolute donkey. I have
a picture.
I would venture to say that Hillary Duff does not have an absolute donkey, but a nice butt for sure. I think there has to be some separation between nice butt and absolute donkey. Buffy the Body has an absolute donkey.
Yeah. Everybody we spent the weekend with has an absolute donkey.
Yeah, just the whole Ruiz family just has an absolute donkey. They're small town folk, but with big city butts. It's what it is. And that's just the truth.
One is bigger than the next. It's impossible.
It's in the words of the immortal Grant Sheffield. Dump truck after dump truck after dump truck. The whole clan is caked up. I didn't get a chance to see their mom, but I imagine.
Oh yeah, she does.
Or God forbid her fucking father walk in. Velio's caked up.
Yeah. Oh my God, he does. My mom and my mom and Titi Josie, they have a joke and they're like, look at Velio's ass.
Oh my
God. They tell Titi
Mickey
that. Like, yeah, it's a thing. Yeah, so he does. Everyone is caked up in that fam.
Yeah. That's what absolute donkey is. Lizzie McGuire is not an absolute donkey. I'm sorry.
She's like J-Lo.
I think J-Lo probably has more cake than Lizzie.
Yeah, but I think like when we were introduced to J-Lo,
doesn't have to be big. Lizzie McGuire's ass doesn't have to be big. It can just be nice.
No, it was big.
Okay.
She has she has a big ass.
Yeah.
She has a big ass, and it's a thing. She goes viral every now and then on Black Twitter.
Yeah, but those are doctored photos.
Some of them, the stupid ones that you can tell. No, but because she posts, I see her, I follow her.
All right. I believe you, but like, you know.
She doesn't, there's some that make her look like she has a BBL. She doesn't look like that. She has like, no, it's not a big ass, but she has a really nice, like juicy, but it's not like a small ass.
But you do understand the difference
of course I do.
Absolute donkey.
Yeah, and what I was trying to do was deliver for our pod, and you just absolutely threw an axe in it. And then you tried to describe that I was too over the top. Let me be over the top.
Yeah.
Let me be who I am.
Yeah, you over the top just leads. I don't want to live my life in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. I'm sorry. I had a great time this weekend. I want more for myself, and I can't let you take us there.
If you don't think I follow a town called Cranford, New Jersey on Instagram, because it's the cutest town I've ever seen in my life. I walked in that town and I cried. I'm not even kidding.
You know what?
I was like, I can raise a family.
This is,
and I meant it. And then I was with Jessie, who does not. She plays right into it because she loves it too. And there was a diner. She's like, oh my God, you can like bring your kids here. Like when they get a good grade, have milkshakes. And I started crying.
This is one of the first times in our relationship that I do realize the difference between growing up in Long Island and growing up in New York City. Your dreams are so small because you just don't know how attainable these things are. And it's actually insane to watch play out. And I do love you, but these things that you want very, very badly, we can get them, and I need you to dream bigger. We had a whole conversation about this weekend how you got to dream a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I like my. They'll get bigger as I get bigger, but right now I'm very comfortable. I don't need a big life. I just want to be happy.
Yeah, and that's okay.
Way more important to me.
Yeah, okay, for sure. And that is a different, just the same way that a nice butt and an absolute donkey are two very different things. You just wanting to be happy and your absolute dream being a small town in Pennsylvania, those are two different things.
Well, I like attainable dreams.
Yeah.
But I also want big things.
Yeah.
I want a house in the Poconos.
Yeah, I just want you to aspire.
I went on the lake. I want to go. I made no mistake this morning with JC. I'm like, can you picture? I was like, can you picture a house on the lake? So we could take a kid out to kayak. Like that was this morning.
Yeah, Samantha's
if you don't think I haven't been on Zillow, looking at houses in the Poconos,
because you're just like, can you?
Since last week, yeah, out of your fucking mind.
I know, and my thing is like, you're like, imagine if we could possibly do this. I'm like, I watched my Puerto Rican-born lesbian grandmother do it already. We can do this, and I need you to try on. I watched two women make 70 cents to the male dollar and live your biggest dream. We're gonna be all right, Samantha. You gotta dream bigger. I want you to want more than a Lizzie McGuire butt. Because you're not a Lizzie McGuire type of bitch.
Yeah. He's like, think bigger.
Think bigger.
Think Janice.
Jesus Christ.
And those
names are staying in, and those Instagrams will be in the bio this week because,
I mean, make no mistake, anytime I post them, there are just a ton of Black and Latino men in my DMs for them. It's what it is.
Yeah. One of the first moments of real, truthful, raw, unfiltered honesty that Samantha and I have ever shared was, I can't remember what we were doing, where we were, but I had to pull Samantha to side. I'm like, I know
exactly where we were. We were in Dorland's after Nooney's birthday or something. We went out. We're eating brunch together. Yeah. And we were not like official or anything. We're just eating, and he's like, can I say something respectfully? And I was like, what? He's like, Michelle and Janice, respectfully. Are caked up.
Are ridiculously caked up.
Yeah. And then you were like, you asked me if it was real. Yeah. And I was like, no, they've had an ass like that forever. It's insane.
Yeah. That shit,
they had ass before ass was cool.
Yeah. Like I could imagine.
Yeah. It was like, Michelle was like, had a huge ass in the 8th grade. Yeah. Just what it was in 1995. Yeah. Yeah. Make no mistake, Michelle is 600 years old and she looks like she's 30.
And life, man. You know
it's
what I'm saying?
Insane.
Life is what it is, but we went out to Pennsylvania. We had a great time. We hung out. We didn't have any shows Friday, so we just got to hang out in Pennsylvania. And, in true JC fashion, I drank way too much to try to impress everybody around me. And I was just hungover until showtime.
That was the drunkest I've ever seen JC.
No way. Nooney's birthday, I was drunker.
Well, I was also equally drunk, so I don't remember. I just remember waking up and you sleeping in the bathroom. But, but like me I was like tipsy on Friday. I was a little more than tipsy, and a little more than that because I had some weed with some tobacco in it, and it was really good. Oh my God, it was so good. Yeah. That was the best.
You are New York City trash. And there's just no there's just no two ways around.
I just feel like there's an old Italian woman with a cigarette that lives inside me. Have the fucking Newport.
What does she talk about when she cuts out?
She talks about how different things are. That's what she talks about. Yeah. This was never here. All right. When I was growing up, my cousin's uncle, he owned that store over there. That's what I would do.
That 7-Eleven used to be a bakery.
Yeah, I've already turned into that. Yeah. Every time I'm like, this used to be a. Yeah. Oh my God, I'm an old woman.
Yeah, and that's why you just want to go. You just want to live in a place where a bakery exists.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
that's all it is. You just want to be around a bakery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we went up. So Friday, I got super drunk, and
JC was. We were playing darts, and JC was screaming me our scores just at the top of his lungs, and we were standing as close as we are now. And he's like, I'm 19 and you're 6. And I'm like, bro, why are you screaming?
Well, when you go to the Poconos, because I'm not a rookie and I'm a Poconos resident, all right, you can be loud because your neighbors, they can't hear you because they're so far.
Yeah, except the, people in the house were sleeping.
Yeah, well, who told them to do that? It's Friday night, we're trying to have a fucking party.
Yeah, and then, you just walked out to the bathroom in your underwear. Just everybody in the house.
Oh, yeah. That was bad. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. No, I mean, no one saw you, but I was like, did you go out there in your underwear? And you were like, yeah.
Yeah, so when I'm lit, I'm going to do something I know I'm not supposed to do. Yeah. So usually it's walking around our courtyard with an article of clothing.
Without a shirt on.
I've done that. I've bare-chested the courtyard. I tell Samantha that I'm going to walk her dog and I don't put the leash on her because I think she's a no-leash dog.
We're going to talk about later because I hate that.
Yeah. And every time I do it, I assure Samantha that I'm not going to do it. And then I just do it a little bit. And then I gradually take more and more liberty until one time she goes into the bushes and it's like 3 minutes. I'm like, all right, I kind of got to go in there and get her.
Has that happened?
Yeah. Not have to go in there and get her, but it's like, I probably should have the leash on her. She's just doing God knows what down there.
Yeah. Once there's some grass, she doesn't hear you anymore.
Yeah.
And she's just a cow.
And that's what's true. But when I'm drunk, it's just a suggestion. And, it's just what it is. So, yeah, I walked around the house that wasn't mine and what should have been pants.
This is very funny, but anyway, great time. Yeah. Woke up, then we just like chilled. We did absolutely nothing, which make no mistake is my favorite thing to do.
Which is, when Samantha and I aren't in New York, because when we're in New York, I would say that there's like a 1 in 5 to 8 chance that we're going to be doing nothing.
Yeah.
But when we're not in New York, when we're on what we perceive to be a day off or vacation, there will be nothing done.
There'll be nothing done.
Unless it is one of our birthdays.
Oh my God, yeah.
And that's the only
time, but we didn't do anything in Aruba, and it was my favorite.
Yep.
We just do so much all the time that I just don't want to do a single thing when we're not on the clock.
And it's just true.
Yeah.
So we had a really lazy day on Saturday, then went to Emmaus, the theater for Tony Loud's show. We had a great time, did a bunch of time. It was our first theater.
Yeah.
First theater show. We should clap it up for that.
Yeah, we should clap that up.
We got to perform at our first theater. It was like 140 people, and like what probably has got to be like a 350.
Yeah.
A 250 to 350 seater. It was really cool. It's like an old school movie theater.
Yeah.
And it was fucking rocking. We had a great time, and shout out to anybody from Emmaus, Pennsylvania that saw us at that show
and is watching
or listening. And we'd be surprised because maybe 9 out of the 10 people we met in Emmaus didn't speak English that well.
Yeah,
that's how fucking Latin that town is.
Yeah, it's so Latin, but also they were also 100 years old. Some of them, so they came over to us and they don't have an Instagram.
Yeah.
They don't even got a couple more years left.
They got are you guys on the Facebook?
Yeah. Yeah, it was. They were there was a couple young people there.
Yeah.
There's also a guy I went on a date with.
Yeah, was a guy that Samantha went on a date with, and he had a cool jersey on.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, and Samantha told me he was there when she saw him in the crowd. So I saw him there, and he wanted to say hi bad.
He wanted to say
hi bad. I think he thinks you guys are in the middle of the movie, like of you and his story. That's the energy that he's giving.
No.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He didn't make me feel uncomfortable, but the fact that why are you not? It should be more awkward.
I guess it maybe doesn't have to be,
but it should be.
It was one date.
It should be more awkward. You would feel way more awkward.
Yeah, but then after he talked, it's like, oh, you know what? There's nothing bad happened. It wasn't like I didn't like he did anything that bothered me that I was like, I hate this guy. He was actually really nice, but I just was not attracted to him, and I just didn't, it just wasn't we didn't click.
Yeah, so now you're defending him against me. Now he's right and I'm wrong.
I miss him. No,
pay mind to the double standards that exist in this midst.
No.
Yeah, it's just true. It's what it is. But it was a fun show. He's a nice guy. We had a great time. Nothing bad to say about the show. I will say that I feel like I have to be better about my energy when I get off stage.
Yeah, you kind of
very rarely do I feel like I've done a great job. And it's got to be annoying.
Yeah, I had to say something this weekend. I'm like, are you crazy? Every time JC gets on the stage, it's like a mean mug, pissed off face. And he's like, nah, I just don't feel like my timing was on. And then I'm like, you just murdered. Literally, the crowd, you had applause breaks, you had things happening. And then he's like, nah. And I get not being like, this is the best, I'm the best. But you have to bask in that shit.
Yeah.
And he will literally get off stage and be like, nah, there was just if one joke doesn't go absolutely 100, he doesn't think that it's a good set, and he can't focus on anything else.
It's true.
And it's fine if I'm not on a show, but if I'm on a show with you, I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Let it. If we would have bombed, this ended up being a really fun time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
We did a theater together, and it was fun.
Yeah, no, it was fun. So I gotta be better about that. Make no mistake, the last time I felt like I absolutely scorched the earth when I got off stage and felt great was at the New York Comedy Club competition. I got smoked by Ted Barton, and that's a fact. That is a said fact. I've never felt better after a set than I did that night.
Yeah.
3rd place. And I was like, I will never be happy again.
Yeah.
That is a pledge that I've made to myself, and I have kept my end of the bargain. You know, so I've definitely stuck to that, but I gotta be a little bit more positive. It's all a work in progress, man. This game is all a work in progress. The wins, they come, but they come sometimes few and far between and very small. Yeah. So when you feel something small, a little small victory, and this goes for all walks of life, gotta fucking remind yourself, hey, you're doing a great job. Yeah. And probably you last year would be very proud of you this year. And if you look back at where you were, you can see how far you've come, and you gotta put everything within the perspective of yourself. Obviously, we all want greatness and big things, but sometimes you have to remind yourself or let other people around you that you trust and love remind you that, hey, you're doing a great job. And just because there's room for improvement doesn't mean you're not doing well.
Yep, exactly.
And that's just what it is. That was
and that weekend. Is a word.
That was a word.
That was a word.
That was us in Pennsylvania. We had a great time. And with that being said, I want to get into something that I feel like we should have been getting into a month ago. What? But we just got our Netflix. Oh. So now we're finally in the loop.
Shout out to Derek Drescher. All the shit we talk about you on here, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean?
That dirty, disgusting criminal finally came good. Once in his fucking life, that Derek Drescher.
Oh my God, I'm so uncomfortable in these pants. I don't know if you guys can tell, but they're tight as hell because I'm putting on weight.
Yeah, I don't know it. Yeah. So's your man. Yeah, we gotta get in the gym.
Oh my God,
that's just a true thing. Because speaking of getting a little fat, Derek Drescher did come through. And he definitely put his Derek Drescher. He heard our complaints, and in exchange for a guest spot on one of our shows, he gave us a Netflix account. Yeah. And now we can finally watch Love is Blind, and we need to talk about it in this segment called I'd So Boom.
Yes.
So we're watching Love is Blind, season 6 finally. Yeah. We're almost all caught up. We're a couple episodes behind, but we get the big gist of what's going on. We get the big gist
of what's going on. And I feel like Twitter keeps me updated. Yeah. When I have an opinion on these people, I have to just to enjoy the show and for the sake of it, you have to remove the fact that of course they're crazy because they're on their show. Because let's just put a disclaimer here: if you're trying out for Love is Blind, something has gone terribly wrong, and you should probably, instead of signing up for that, sign up for BetterHelp. Yeah. And get the help that you need because you're crazy. Yeah. But with that being said, I'm happy they do it. Yeah. And
I'm happy they film it.
Yeah. But now we start at that. That's our base. So there are obviously crazier people.
Yes.
So obviously they're all crazy, but Chelsea is insane. She's completely insane. So I don't like her. And who else do I absolutely hate on the show?
You don't like AD?
I don't like AD. I think she's a fake. I think I'm obsessed with him. After she 5 seconds ago just told somebody that he's a lot. And then low-key, we're also brushing past the fact that she flirted with Jimmy.
Yeah.
She flirted with Jimmy and I know they were a couple drinks in, but I did not like that.
Yeah, they chalked that one to the alcohol. Now, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to be honest. Samantha and I have full awareness that we hope to be bigger than we are now. And I personally have an understanding that how candidly I'm about to speak is not a way that I want to speak in the future. No. But I don't have the things that I want. I don't have much to lose. So I can be a little bit honest. And this is not a reflection of the person that she is or how she carries herself, which I'm also not crazy about. And it is an over-exaggeration to be comical. But Chelsea is one of the ugliest people I've ever seen in my entire life. I cannot believe. And that's mean. And I'm sorry because it's really not acceptable to talk about women that way. Yeah. And it's really, I'm part of the problem in that. But now, if we're being honest about the show, the unmitigated gall and audacity should be that only associated to white men. Only white men are that crazy. Yeah. To say they're telling me I look like Megan Fox. I don't.
Yeah. No. Not Megan Fox. I don't know, MGK's fiance.
Bitch, if you and you're a nice person, and I already apologize for what I've just said, but get fucking real. You're not even ugly, but once you invoke Megan Fox's name, you become disgusting by comparison that you made. Nobody else would do that to you. I would never just be like, this bitch is dumb ugly. Yeah. That's people would do that, but
yeah, it's just a shocker.
Oh my God!
Because she compares herself. She says people tell her that she looks like Megan Fox, which is very far from the truth. But I did see a really funny tweet today that was that
put her face on somebody else's face.
Yeah, it said they're she does look like Megan Fox. If you take Megan Fox's face off and put it on Jay Leno's face. And honestly, when they did it, it looks exactly. And they were like, "Tell me this isn't the same person." Yeah. But I feel for her because she's going on this show and she's just being herself and acting like there's not I don't. I think she forgot there were cameras there.
Yeah, to her credit, in the pods,
there's no way, babe.
To her credit, in the pods, everybody liked her.
Yeah. She was super cool.
She was very popular in the pods, which is indicative of a great personality.
Yeah,
really and truly.
But
and you deserve, hats off. You should know you're a great person, and a lot of people tell you that, and you don't need us to fucking tell you that you're a good person. But you know what you did. You know what you did.
You know what you did. Oh, you know what that's from?
No, I'm sorry.
Oh, it's from Laguna Beach. It's fine. Yeah.
So she knows what she did. She knows who else Jimmy was dating.
Yeah.
Where she fucked up is that Jimmy doesn't know who else he's dating because unfortunately, and this is beauty standards are skewed. Unfortunately, that fucking cuckoo single mother was the baddest bitch on that show. Unfortunately, she's Jess. Very nice, and I'm sure she's a great mother. A little bit fucking, I mean, you gotta be to get on the show.
Again.
With the letter that, don't save the letter for Jimmy. Are you crazy? But whatever.
You don't have to make, she obviously is batshit crazy, but she looks great.
Oh, she looks fantastic.
And honestly, I really appreciate it because I thought she was going to shit on Chelsea.
No.
And she was like, Chelsea's beautiful. Oh my God, she's great. And she was like, but... Yeah, he's gonna regret this.
So I say that to say Chelsea knew who she was in competition with.
Yeah, that's why
she was like nervous about losing, and she put it over the edge by telling him that she's been compared to Megan Fox.
Yeah, that was definitely, she did that on purpose.
With Jimmy, he felt the vibes from Jess. Like, there's a sexual tension here. I could probably bet that she's attractive by the way that she sounds and the way that we're talking. But she has a 10-year-old kid, which me at 27, that's a bit much for me.
You can't be mad.
Maybe I'm not ready for that. I didn't sign up for that.
He's like, I'm not Michael Santos.
Jesus, wept and slept and crept. It's not false. It's just true. It's just true. It's just what it is.
Yeah, and my brother likes single moms.
Yeah. It's bordering on fetish. It's he's only any woman I've ever heard that he's ever dated was a single mother, which is it's admirable.
Yeah, he's got mommy issues. It's what it is.
And it's good to be back here, Soft Launch, episode 37. We're having a blast. We're feeling good. We're feeling light. The trauma is rising up off our shoulders, partly due to this Lily that we're drinking.
Just feel great.
For sure. It just makes you feel good, and it makes you really want to acknowledge the bad things happening in life in a fun, silly way. And it's just the truth, which could be dangerous, but isn't, because we're having a good time, and everything is going to be okay. And we're having fun, but look at me in my eyeballs. Everything is going to be okay, and I believe it is. And and
we're back.
We're back. We're here. We're having a great time. Honestly, I'm having fun. But yeah, I think Love Is Blind has been crazy because Chelsea has just been the villain that nobody wanted. Yeah, nobody wanted to root against.
I was all right. I hated Jimmy. So how I watch this show is I go in. I hate all of the guys. Yeah. And you have to work your way down from the hate. With the girls, I'm annoyed by you already. Yeah. But I could be swayed. I might think you're a hopeless romantic. You can win me over.
That's how you are for this show. How are you in the real world?
Yeah, not much different. Yeah, I guess that's just who I am. I thought about that real deep, and I was like, wait. Yeah. I'm just a girl's girl.
Yeah. And make no mistake, you don't like them too much either, but the enemy of your people. The enemy of your enemy is your friend. Yeah. No. Yeah, the enemy of your enemy is your friend, and that's why you gotta they got some work to do.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, that's why I snuck in there, because I have curves and my hair is very nicely kept. And I can, like, if you're just scanning me by aura, I might pass as a woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
So that's how I've snuck in here.
Yeah, and if you saw the way he shakes his ass, you'd think he's a woman too.
Full disclosure, laying down on my stomach, I can one cheek it. I do know how to move one cheek. And it was a weird moment for me discovering that, because people don't, there's.
And we're back.
No, this can stay in.
No,
this
I'm happy to be here.
There's a lot of generational curses broken as a man when you find out that you can shake your ass a little bit.
This is going to be the one thing your dad is like, you know what, too far.
I actually don't want to be on this little podcast that you got going on. I actually don't support it. Trump 2024, it's what it is.
What it is, yeah.
But yeah, so but the show. So continue. You don't like the guys. You like the girls.
So I like the girls. So I hated Jimmy. Cause everything he's saying, I'm like, bullshit, piece of shit. Like I hate him. I'm ready to hate him.
And the show is also billing Jimmy as the heartthrob this season.
Yeah, and like, don't push that on me.
And to be fair, we didn't get in there spoiler free. Like, we think we saw something where Jimmy's talking about how ugly, or how everybody's saying that Jimmy thinks the girl that he picked is ugly, which makes him a bad guy. So we saw all of this before.
Oh, I didn't see that. Who said that?
Jimmy and Chelsea. Remember, we saw the memes of him seeing.
We saw
that before we started the show.
So he thought she was ugly, but then as we watched it, we were like, it's not really on him, but it is called Love Was Blind. He shouldn't have picked her if he thought because she looked.
It wasn't his fault. She just willingly said something about the way that she looked, and the only other person who invoked looks at all was fucking Clay, and we stoned him for that. Yeah, we were like, what a piece of shit. But it was cool when Chelsea did it. Fuck that, bro. She was cheating. She was literally cheating. That's because he thought the other girl was probably pretty, and Chelsea knew she was pretty. So it's like, all I got to do is not be as fucking crazy and tell him that I look good, and then he's gonna be like, well, why deal with the pretty crazy bitch with a child that I don't want to raise when I can just deal with the pretty chill bitch that's not fun and everybody likes.
Yeah, that's true. Also, Kenneth is gay. It's just what it is.
Yeah, Kenneth is a homosexual.
Yeah. He's like, I've never been with a white woman. It's because you haven't been with a woman at all. You've never been with a woman.
Unnecessary qualifier. It's what it is. But
but Jimmy, I wanted him to be the villain. I wanted him.
He
actually think they're both Loki. They're both villains.
What has he done villainous though?
I don't know. I just don't like him. Still, he hasn't won me over. He hasn't done enough to win me over. It's just like, I can't remember. There was something he did that annoyed me.
I honestly, there's nothing that he did that
just exists, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he's a fucking dude and he's a white dude, so he came into this game with two strikes.
It also feels like all the guys on that show are reading a script.
Yeah.
And because they're just saying all the things that they think women want to hear, and it feels so cliche. It's like, I feel like they're saying all the things that like Twitter says.
Yeah.
And they're trying to like, okay, I know girls like this, so I'm going to repeat it, but I have absolutely no desire to actually be the person that I say that I am.
True.
And it's just, I hate them. Don't even be started on Clay. I dated guys like Clay.
Clay is the most obvious red flag I've ever seen in my life. And honestly, the more you get to know about him, you see why and how. Yeah. So you don't have to hate him as much, but it's like, girl, like, the reason why AD is so frustrating is because she clocks it immediately.
Instantly.
Verbalizes it like, this is bad. This is not cool. I'm done with him for this. And then goes back over and over and over again. Yeah. And she's like 32. So it's like, yo, not that doesn't make you an old person, but you do know better. Yeah. You don't have the young and manipulative excuse. You know better now. Yeah. You're in your 30s. You clocked it already. Why are we playing like this is not the case? It's because they want to be on TV.
They want to be on TV.
Degree. That's what I get from AD.
Yeah.
But yeah, Chelsea is to have everybody on your side and fumble
so
to
hard.
Fumble America.
Jesus Christ!
She is so annoying.
She's
on
so
the show
annoying. I think my favorite part of the show though is Amy, who's with
Jeremy. No. With who cares?
With an if we were talking about ugly, with an equally ugly guy, he should have ended up with Chelsea. Yeah. But really nice guy.
Nice guy, great guy.
Couldn't tell you his name because he's just boring. He's a square.
Yeah.
But he somehow got a Puerto Rican woman. And I think my favorite thing is that
you know how he got her. Do you know where he's from?
No.
You know he's from Emmaus, Pennsylvania. And she went to the pod. She's like, there's something about you that I feel like I could live my dreams out with.
It's very funny.
It's just Samantha Santos in the pods.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
What was I saying now?
Yeah, you're talking about how much you like them?
Oh, I like them because I think they're going to work, but they do need to, you can tell that wherever they grew up, I mean, you know how she was growing up Catholic, so she doesn't know anything about birth control. Mm-hmm. But somebody get them on the line with somebody who can help them.
Out. Yeah, they got to figure something out.
They're going to have to figure it out because they're like, they're not having sex because she's not on birth control. I'm like, if you don't put a condom on.
They haven't acknowledged condoms existence.
They haven't at all.
I don't think they know they're real.
Yeah. I was like, why is that our first?
There's a couple steps in between.
Yeah, and I'm like, this guy is so against fucking with protection with a condom that he's like, I'm gonna potentially never have children because I don't want. If I don't get to fuck her raw, I don't want to fuck her at all. And which is crazy.
It's crazy, but you do got to respect the dedication
and you do have to understand that he is Puerto Rican because of that. Yeah. He's like, I'm going to just go in there, nothing on.
There's so many steps between, IUD and pills and...
Yeah.
That they're just skipping.
They're just skipping. She doesn't want to have the hormones.
You can do condoms. Saying. You can do female condoms, which would be a better option.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, they have like plastic that they put over the puss. I don't think shit is lit.
That's dental dam.
What?
Dental dam. That's where that's like something you put on a puss to eat it, but it's like a condom.
A dental dam?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is it called a dental dam?
I don't know why it's called that, but that's what it is.
Dental? It's not real lips down. That's silly.
Babe, I didn't just come up with the name right now. You're yelling at me like I just created something.
A dental dam. Dental dam. That's fucking stupid. I don't like that. They got to change that. Whoever's the creator of the dental dam, fucking give us a call. Yeah. You need marketing help.
I think it's now you have me questioning if it's actually called that.
A dental dam. That sounds like something that you do for a root canal.
No. I'm gonna look it up.
Because canal, dam are both things that have to do with water and
now you think we're playing connections on fucking New York Times.
You can tell I got all 6 attempts wrong today.
Yeah, that'll also put you in a mood.
Yeah. Connections. I play the New York Times games every single morning, and how they
dental
go
dam
aggressively affects my mental state for the day.
Oh my God, you can put it on your tongue now. It's like condom tongue. It's like tongue condoms. But there is, and it's like this thing. It's like a sheet. I don't know how else to describe it, but you like put it over, and it's like a condom for eating puss.
My favorite thing about feminism is that there isn't a feminist on the planet who can keep respect for a man who pulls out a dental dam. No matter how important consent is,
a finger condom.
Yeah, no matter how important consent and cleanliness, 2 things that. I don't think I'm a misogynist.
I don't think I'm bugging.
I don't think I'm a misogynist for suggesting most women like that. Consent and cleanliness. And there's not a single heterosexual or homosexual or whatever kind of sexual person out there that can watch a person they're interested pull out a finger condom, tongue condom, or dental dam and remain turned on.
No.
Not a single one.
Can you imagine just like rolling it down?
Yeah.
And then just on the second one, just in case.
Yeah. That's I mean, if we want to keep the patriarchy going, we got to keep those things on us and then start arresting women for sexual misconduct because they're going to shame you when you pull that shit out. Every feminist is very progressive until a guy pulls out a dental dam and then he becomes an F word.
Can you imagine going out with a girl and you go to eat her out and you put a tongue condom on? What are you talking?
What's the problem? What's the problem?
It literally looks like Scrubs. That's what it looked like.
You don't know
the Scrubs hats.
Yeah, you don't know this episode, but SpongeBob. There's an episode where he makes crazy Krabby Patties and they make people's tongues glow in the dark, and that's what it would look like. I would just shut the lights off. All you'd see is my tongue.
Ew! It's just at that point I don't even want it.
Yeah, I know. No, but nobody ever would.
Yeah, but we do promote safe sex.
Yeah. Or not. You know what I'm saying? Or be dangerous. What the fuck? Who do I care?
Don't say that.
Be dangerous. Why? It's no skin off my back.
Well, because we don't want people to.
What don't we want people to do? Live! Be free!
I'm dreaming big and I'm just thinking that we want to have a good message out there when this podcast blows up. We have a good message about safe sex.
Why is unsafe sex a bad message?
Because people, that's how diseases travel. You sound like a Republican in 2020.
Yeah, I sound like somebody who's caught chlamydia before. It's what it is. It's not that bad. Everybody's being dramatic. And Love is Blind is just, it's very... It's a doozy. We're gonna finish the rest of the season, and we are going to give you guys updated takes. But we're watching, and Chelsea has to be bad for me to be Team Jimmy. Yeah, and that's just where I am.
It's just where I'm at. Sorry. I mean, I'm not Team Jimmy. I'm team break the fuck up.
Yeah,
I'm team Trevor and Chelsea.
Yeah, I did like Trevor. Yeah, Trevor back
although I think I saw that he might have a girlfriend on Twitter.
Chelsea doesn't deserve him.
No, so. I think while the show is happening.
Doesn't change the fact that Chelsea still doesn't deserve him.
You see, and that's when I get upset, when I'm like, you know what? He had me fucking fooled. Because I go in, I hate you. And he made me, my guard went down
I need an update on the fucking serial killer Matthew.
Yeah, he's in prison, obviously.
That guy was, what a fucking unhinged guy. And I mean, if that didn't tell you everything about AD that you need to know. Because literally every other woman besides the other unhinged woman who actually left the show. I mean, Amber, I don't know if you're going through something, if you ever hear this, but like everybody else was like, that guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
And you think you're special? Are you an idiot?
Are you an idiot? I know, but that there are people like that.
No, yeah, I know.
That's crazy. Actually, I think my favorite part of the show was when I think I know why you like Jimmy. It's because you relate to him. Because the way that he told Chelsea about AD's body is the same way you told me about Janice and Michelle's ass.
100%.
He was like,
I'm
respectfully,
sorry.
She's stacked.
Yeah. Yeah. And then Chelsea handled it like she was confident at first, which I really respected. She was like, oh, like a bookshelf, which is just my new favorite way to say somebody has a fat ass.
Yeah, a bookshelf.
Stacked like a bookshelf.
Yeah.
That's just very funny. And then she said it and she faked the fun because she could not handle it.
Yeah, I was like, wow, because I feel like AD's body her ass is so crazy that it's like to not acknowledge it is like it's the elephant in it's the donkey in the room, you know, and you got to talk about it. Yeah. Or at least that's how I am. If somebody has a ginormous body part, titties or ass, like I got to say it.
Yeah, definitely needs to be acknowledged, doesn't need to be ignored, has to be talked about. Much like, unfortunately, and I mean this respectfully, without shame or ridicule, much like her weed. It's just what it is. And it doesn't make her a bad person, but...
No,
and what do I know about weeds? Nothing. But I have eyes.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a terrible...
Love might be blind, but not the consumer watching the show, baby. You need an adjustment.
You know who was blind? Your hairstylist. I'm like, girl, you knew you were going to be on TV.
Yeah. And she looks great.
No. I think AD's bomb.
Yeah.
But I do need her to...
Not her best.
But I mean, now that the show's come out, she's about to look... put together. And I hate her lashes, but that's got the whole, every girl of a certain age in a fucking chokehold, those like feather lashes.
Yeah. I'm excited for season 7 of Love is Blind. They've already started casting. I think they have their 30 women figured out, or how many women? I think it's 20 women that go in.
Yeah, something like that.
And then the next season is going to be different because instead of 20 guys, it's just going to be one Dominican man.
Yeah. So be one Dominican guy dating all the girls, and I promise you, he will propose to each one of them.
He'll propose to each one of them. He will marry 6, and he will, by the end of the show, by the reunion, he will still be with 2.
No. He will marry 6, but he will secretly marry the rest.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. And he'll keep them in DR.
Yeah, and after the reunion, it's going to come out that he's married to all 20 of the women that he didn't Love is Blind Australia. And he just had fake papers. Yeah, baby, I love you. You my everything.
Yeah, and then he's gonna complain about the other girls to them and be like, yeah, she's upsetting me. Mm-hmm. You're special.
It should be Chris Sosa. They should have Chris Sosa do the Dominican Usher voice for Love is Blind and just try to finesse each one of those 20 women into giving him a green card.
Yeah.
It's just the truth. And I'm excited for that. But Love is Blind's been fun. We're going to finish it and probably talk about it next episode. And I think that's going to bring us to our next segment, our last segment, and our favorite segment. That's what they saying. Where... honestly, Samantha and I today, we dropped the ball. Usually we put out a story where we ask you guys to give us like last minute questions, confessions, and topics for the pod. And a lot of those carry us through often. We didn't do that today, but we were very lucky and we had a lot of people go to the link in our bio, which is always active, where they can submit a question, confession, or a topic for us to talk about. And we have 3 of those today that we're very excited to get to. If you're submitting questions in the Google link, you're the GOAT. You're screwed.
We don't know who you are.
Yes, you are the greatest, and you need to be a patron. And you need to claim your glory.
They might be.
They probably are. And we love you guys for it.
Thank you.
For everybody else, if you want to feel unconditional love, go to www.patreon.com/softlaunch. $5 a month, become a super softie and get to see all of our bonus content, bonus episodes, and full stand-up live shows.
Yes. Okay, so the first one we got is... I am a 27-year-old female. I went out with a guy who's also 27 that I met on Hinge. The first date was over 3 hours at a bar, and the second one yesterday was almost 3 hours at a cafe.
Damn.
He's not my typical type, but he was really sweet and kind of awkward, but I really appreciate how sweet he was. We laughed a lot, and he told me I was funny, which I thought was a good sign. Anyways, he texted me this morning saying he wanted to be transparent and that he's talking to someone else and he sees that going somewhere and just wants to be friends with me. I'm very new to the dating game, but that text hurt, and I'm just wondering if you two have any advice for this softie in her feels.
Damn. So she thought he was sweet, but shit wasn't sweet. Motherfucker, if you hesitate, and this is a lesson that every man has to learn, he who hesitates masturbates. Bitch, if you was chilling for 6 hours between 2 dates, you gotta rub some dick over jeans, baby. It's just what it is.
Oh my God.
It's just what it is.
That's
no,
absolutely insane.
Is that bad advice?
Yeah, horrific.
She's sad. But she's like, oh, I feel a little sad by it.
No, of course she's sad. But you're saying to rub dick. That's why she
no,
didn't get chosen?
You don't have to rub dick, but like make a move, baby.
Oh.
We're 2 dates in. You're 27.
Okay, yeah, let me clear that up. It sounded like you were saying because she didn't put out. He was like, I'm picking this other girl over you.
No, but I mean, all right.
Let's no.
Okay, you go first.
No, yeah, we're not going to talk.
And then I'll close it out.
No. We're not going to talk.
You open and then I'll headline.
Yeah.
Yeah, open it up.
No, yeah, I'm not doing that. Right now, I'm not in the show. I'm your fucking manager. Shut the fuck up.
All right.
But no, I've lost my train of thought. What were we talking about?
No, the girl, she went on 2 dates with the guy. She said she had a great time and he was really sweet and a little awkward, not her usual type. But he sent her a message saying that he's entertaining somebody else and that he wants to give that the space to see where it goes, and she feels sad by that.
Oh.
That is sad.
That is really sad. That's a tough one. And I know it's like only been 2 dates, and like she's probably telling herself like I can't be this sad, but like allow yourself to be sad for a couple of days because you do get your hopes up, especially because good dates are so like hard to come by. So when you have them, you're like, oh, this is really nice. Let it hurt for a couple of days and then get back out there. You'll be fine. You'll just keep searching for it. But that is a nightmare when it is the first time. The first time like that happens to you, it's like, especially as a woman, you're like, what the fuck are you talking about?
You want men to be honest. And then
when they're honest, you're like, not like that.
Wait, but I don't like what you're saying.
Yeah. So. Change it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I understand this is your truth, and thank you for communicating it to me, but change your truth.
Yeah, literally.
Change your truth. Change this little truth to something that I like more.
I don't like that at all.
Make it serve me.
Yeah, I don't, that truth with those truths, thank you.
Do a whatchamacallit. Do a lie. Do a lie. Make it nice.
Yeah, aren't you supposed to be gaslighting? Be a man.
I feel informed, and the information is what I don't like. I understand you're informing me, but that's the part that I'm having a problem with. Yeah. No, honestly, I'll give advice that I would give one of my homies. Like genuinely, no bullshit. Like when something like that happens and you're interested in somebody and they choose a different direction, eat it. Eat the humble pie. You don't have to do nothing. You don't have to actively be friend zone. Don't blow up. Don't be pissed.
Oh yeah, you just say like, thank you for letting me know.
And you're 27. Obviously, clocks. People feel different. Like 27 to most women is different than 27 to most men.
But you're a good girl. But I'm 36 young.
Exactly. You're gonna be good. Life is long. Him and this person will not work out. It could be a year, 2 years, 3 years. Keep yourself available, ready, and in the pocket, and he will be back. And you can do stuff in the meantime.
That's what that's the type of friend you are. I do the same thing because I'm always like, you never know. I don't want to shoot down someone's hopes completely because you really do never know. But I mean, don't live your life thinking about that.
Dates come and go, but the game is forever. The game is forever. Motherfuckers sub out. Motherfuckers take a couple years off, but they will be back.
Yeah.
And if they're not, cool.
Oh my God.
If they are, motherfucker, you be ready. Don't play yourself because you feel hurt in this moment.
Yeah.
It'll be fine.
You'll be good.
This will not last, and you will be there.
That was like advice I literally used to tell myself when I would be like, if like somebody got into a relationship that I was like maybe into or whatever, I'd be like, whatever. I mean, no, relationships barely last these days. They'll be broken up soon and like, it's fine. And that would literally, even if that's delusional, it just would help me move past and like 100%. On to the next. And then, whether they come back or not, doesn't matter. Yeah. Like you don't care anymore. Yeah.
And me, you're a great person and I'm a little worse. So I'll be like, oh, well, maybe the other one will die. Maybe they'll die. And then maybe they'll need help. I'm not saying I want them to, but
just our inhibitions being washed away by Lily. Just saying things.
Lily, low key, we should make a soundboard. Whenever we press Lily, it kind of wipes everything clean because all the inhibitions have gone. So we're gonna find a sound. We're gonna play Lily, and that's just gonna cleanse everything and let us move forward with the levity that we feel every time we bust open a nice cold Lily. Yeah. But real advice, hey, it happens. Go on another date. It'll probably suck. Keep this guy in your back pocket. Like keep tabs.
Yeah.
Or just keep an eye on him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But keep it moving.
I would say don't keep
one
an eye
on
the
him. Future, one eye in the past.
That's terrible advice because girls, it's hard for us. Just keep your eye on keep ahead. You don't want anything that didn't want you anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's fine. Although I used to be like, when I thought you were gonna choose not choose me, and I was like, this is gonna be so annoying because I know he's gonna be back.
Yeah.
And like,
and then it's gonna become your decision. Like, do you accept
and then
this
like now I have to
idiot who didn't value you type shit?
Yeah. Or just I'm like, I hope I haven't moved on and now I have to make a decision. So it's just a thing.
Yeah. No, that's.
And I was like, this is gonna be so annoying. Like, he better hurry up before I move on.
That's the realest shit I've ever heard in my life. That's so cold. I fuck with that hard body.
What do you mean?
Like that's confidence. That's like real, like it's crazy, but like that's the delusion that we seek to find, and that's knowing like this motherfucker's gonna be back, and then what am I gonna do?
Yeah.
What am I gonna do then? Like now it's on me. Like fuck. Like right now it's on him.
Yeah.
But
later
then
on,
it's gonna.
Now I gotta make the decision. Bro. Yeah. Now
I gotta look my kids in the eye and tell them I never loved your father. That's what it is. But yeah, 27. You'll be good. You'll be all right. One eye in the future. One eye a little bit in the past.
Yeah. I mean, just check his Instagram every 6 months.
All you need. 6 months. Fair.
Yeah. So yeah, you can't like check it every day or anything like that.
That's just gonna piss you off.
Every 6 months. 6 months, a lot can happen. A lot of life can happen in between that. But no, it is sad. I know how you feel. That's happened to me. But you're gonna be fine. It's you go out there, you dust yourself off, and you get some free meals on these dates.
Get some free meals on the date, and then all the money you save, go to www.patreon.com/soft
yeah,
and become a $5 super softie.
Yeah, taking her to a cafe, that's a move. Because that's like, oh, you like me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, you don't want to be under the influence. We're having coffee.
Yeah.
You know, coffee dates.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would be like, this motherfucker took me for coffee and then said no.
Damn, so he's rejecting my personality?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus. Okay, we have another one.
Let's do it.
Super excited about. That's just loading because make no mistake, I can't afford to pay the Wi-Fi. No, I'm kidding. Okay. Here it is. Okay. Okay, we have another one. After 7 months of me and my boyfriend dating, he shaved off all his facial hair. He had a beard the entire time we were dating and shaved it off after a week of us not seeing each other because I was sick. So my first time seeing him after a week of longing for him, he no longer looked like my boyfriend. I still loved him, but I just did not find him attractive without his beard. I just want to kind of highlight the fact that she said loved in the past. We've been together almost a year now, and he hasn't shaved his beard since then. But I want to know if you think it's shallow or makes me a bad person for not finding him attractive without his beard. And it's just crazy that Drake's girlfriend listens to our pod.
Under most circumstances,
Drake's hideous without a beard.
Under most circumstances, being around me and doing Drake slander is punishable by death. I would strike you physically. But we looked at a couple of music videos from Drake's past, and really just a very ugly guy. Crazy mannerisms, which, if anything, speaks to how good at rap he really is, because motherfuckers knew what he looked like, and he became the GOAT.
So
I say that to
because Jay-Z's such a looker. But
Jay-Z was still cool, though. Oh. Drake was ugly and corny, and he still became the GOAT, which is crazy. But what do you think about that? About this guy? I mean, this girl and this guy.
I get it. Yeah. I mean, I don't, she's not going to break up with him, obviously. But like, I would definitely like write into a pod about it or something. Yeah. Because it's like, men look very different. Like, and there's certain men that need their beards. Yeah. And like, when they don't have it, it is like gross. Yeah.
Have you ever seen me without a beard? I don't think
No, but you shaved it like very close to your face. Yeah. But yeah,
You hate it?
No, I like you when you do that. Yeah. You have a nice face and you have a good jaw. A lot of people don't. A lot of beards are man makeup. Yeah. So, I have dark circles and some guys got no jaws.
Do you think that women should be honest when that is the case, if they don't like the way you look without your beard? Can they say something?
I think like the same way, like if you have to tell your girlfriend or something that I do think you should tell
Tell your girlfriend what?
Like that if she's asking you if like, oh, do I look bigger and stuff, like I think there's a good way you can have as a couple, have a real conversation where, you say it in a not like, yeah, you look big, or like just being like, if you're feeling unhappy with the way that you look, and you know that you're gaining weight, then let's just do something about it. So I think the same way that like someone shaves their beard, it's like, hey, you look like shit. Grow your fucking beard in. Okay. Like I do to my brother when my brother shaves his beard. I'm like, you are the ugliest person I've ever seen him.
But that's your brother though.
Yeah. And if you don't think that his wife is like, ew, Mike, grow your, like she's like, why would you do that? She gets mad.
So can I ask you, since beards are man makeup. Yeah. What is the right way as a man to tell a woman, hey, go put on some makeup? What's the right way to do that?
We actually had a question about that before, remember?
Yeah, I know. And now let's circle back. And what's the right way?
Why don't you go put a little lip on, bro? you hot broad? Put a little rouge on.
So your advice is to go back to the peak of misogyny. Be like, why don't you put some fucking...
Put some fucking lips on. I'm taking you out. Look at you. If you think I didn't grow up, my grandfather literally speaking that way, like I would wear sweatpants. What are you wearing? You look awful. Why would you? That's just what he would do.
That's so funny.
Well, what did you roll out of bed? Put on some. Come on. Yeah. And my grandma too. Like her thing was like very much like she was like, my grandma had like 7th grade education. Like being a woman was very much about being pretty. And my cousin like has like very curly hair, and she would comb out her curls. And my grandma would be like, look at your hair. Do something with it. Like, she'd come on, look at it. And then she would look at Samantha's hair.
Yeah.
And that wasn't nice, but it was very,
Yeah. So, I mean, I know, I recognize that she could feel that this person, her person's uglier without a beard. But you don't think she has to be kind of delicate about it?
No, you have to definitely be delicate about it. I'm being funny.
Oh, okay.
But I think there's a way you could definitely be like.
And I want to ask you, because, I mean, for beards, it's less. Right? For men, generally, it's going to be less. You don't have to package it as delicately. You have to have thought, but it doesn't have to be as thoughtful. What is the way for a man to say, hey, you should put some makeup on? Is there a way, time, and place for that?
Would you feel tight?
I would never say anything ever. Because
I'm saying, would you, if I was like, if you shaved your beard off and I was like, oh, I like you with a beard better.
I like you with a beard better, and I think you should put some makeup on, are two very different things.
Well, of course, but that's what you have to. Of course, you have to package it very nicely.
And I'm asking you, how do I package it?
Oh, putting on makeup?
What's the shipping label? Where do I get it? How do I say it? Like, oh, you should put some makeup on today. Not that I ever need to, because I'll never need you, because you're the fucking beautifulest person on the fucking planet.
I'm kind of wondering why you're asking this question.
Because I'm just trying to catch you in a double standard. You understand?
No, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know. What also, shut the fuck up, because men don't have the same type of insecurities that women have. The reason why it's harder to tell women those things is because we're judged on our looks solely.
Yeah.
So that's why it's different. So don't try to make that comparison here. You're not gonna get me. I'm a fucking girl's girl. You're never gonna get me.
Yeah.
So don't ever fucking say it. And if I want to go to a 4-star restaurant with no makeup on, that's what I'm gonna fucking do.
Yeah, and I better not fucking say nothing about it.
You're not gonna say nothing
because there's a double standard. You under double stand?
No. Like I said, it's different.
Yeah, of course it's different. So beard's not man makeup then.
I'm saying that they cover up things that are not as. No, that's why I'm saying it.
Realistically, man, if you can grow a beard, it's disrespectful to people who can't when you shave it. Like, nobody looks better without a beard.
Literally, that's what I'm like. Why would you do that?
So just keep your beard. Keep your beard, and you shaving it, whatever message you're trying to send, comes at the cost of ugly motherfuckers shouldn't be talking like that.
Yeah, I just think everybody looks better with a beard. Like, even if you look good without a beard, you'll look better with a beard.
Yeah. So to answer your question, person who submitted this, you're not shallow. You're not a bad person for preferring your person with a beard, not thinking they're attractive without it. It's part of their whole package, and akin to a broad putting up on a couple pounds. It's, I didn't sign up for this. Get in the gym. I don't care that you just gave birth 2 minutes ago. Go get in the fucking gym. Get on the treadmill.
Oh my God, you sound like Clay.
I know.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think there's a way to just be like, oh, I like you better with a beard. You can like make it like, oh, I miss your beard.
Yeah.
Something.
Yeah. Fellas, if you're listening, shave your beards. Let's see what the women do.
Literally, my brother's wife. Yeah. She'll be like, ew, Mike, why would you do that? Like, she's honest with him, and he knows he knows he looks ugly without a beard.
But that makes him a special kind of guy, because most guys, we just think we're the hottest things walking. You understand?
I don't know. I think that might just be a you thing. Okay, and then someone asked, "Have you ever had a near-death experience, and what happened?"
The closest I've ever been to dying, I feel, was when I was at a soccer tournament. I want to say I was 7 or 8, and I popped in a Mentos. And it just went down the throat, and none other...
Not the Fresh Maker.
The Fresh Maker almost made a freshly made corpse.
Yeah.
At the soccer tournament.
Fresh Maker called The Undertaker.
The Under Fresh Maker Taker. Ding. The Under Fresh Maker Taker almost claimed another victim at my soccer tournament. And if it wasn't for the one, the only, incomparable... Papa Mendoza,
yes,
doing fucking the Heimlich maneuver, The only correct maneuver he might have ever done in his life.
He must have been so scared.
Yeah, he must have been fucking hype. He was like, man, this kid's going to have a podcast one day.
And I'm going to have to buy a camera to get on it.
Yeah, you're going to have to send an emoji of candy because that's what I was choking on when you saved my life at that soccer tournament. But yeah, that was what I feel like was my most near-death experience. Yeah. But nothing as an adult that I remember. I was in a couple car accidents, but I never felt like I was in real danger too bad. What about you?
Yeah, mine. I had a near death. Not like a for real. I was scared. Every day of my life. A near death experience every day of my life. I'm thinking about death 99% of the day.
Make no mistake.
Yeah, I've got intrusive thoughts. I think I have OCD.
Yeah. Make no mistake. When Samantha wakes up in the morning, it is a near death experience.
Yeah, I'm always. I think I'm gonna die all the time.
Yeah.
What was I saying?
Samantha in her head is closer to death.
Yeah.
Than her dream of living in Emmaus, Pennsylvania. And that is not a joke. That is a true set fact.
But no, I did. Me and my cousins went to Belmar Beach in the Jersey Shore. You know, I love it there.
I'm sure you understand.
And there was a really real bad undertow that day.
Yeah.
And me and my cousins were like standing in the water, like talking, like, and we were at water that was like maybe up to like our shoulders, but like, you know, we're like bouncing off the floor and like treading in water. And then my cousin Nicole, shout out to my cousin Nicole. She is like the youngest of all the cousins, and she is known as the crybaby of the family. So like anytime she's like nervous about something, we're like, Nicole, please. So she immediately like hits me and she's like, I can't feel the ground. And I was like, Nicole, please. And then like I keep doing it. She's like, no, I'm freaking out. And then like I'm gonna touch the ground, and I go and like I go down, and there's no. We got taken out really, really far. And then
how old are you at this point?
21.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah. Damn. It's that weekend that I met Tiff.
Yeah.
But she wasn't there. But so that happens, and then it's all of my cousins. Every single one of us except for like my brother, my oldest cousins. So it's we're all in the water, and all of us are like, all right, let's swim back to shore. And we're swimming, but we are not moving at all. We're so out of breath.
I know.
They start calling everybody in. Everyone at the beach is at the shore. We were taken out the furthest, us and two like South American guys. And they had to come out and get us. Yeah. And it took forever. And then there was all the lifeguards coming out. And then I'm like freshly 21. These lifeguards are like coming out of the water. They're fucking hot, right? So I'm like, oh my God. So like one go, no. So they're going, they grab my guy cousins are all like on a surfboard, and Yuan's there, and he's trying to bring them back to shore.
Yeah, Yuan is out there not trying to save his friends' lives, just trying to touch the hot guys on the lifeboards, the hot lifeguard abs. It's what it is.
Yeah. So then these three lifeguards come, and then the two of them come, right? And it's these two hot guys, and now it's me, my cousin Kristen, and my cousin Nicole. I'm the oldest. And then I don't know, 65-year-old man, a lifeguard comes up with fucking zinc on his nose. Okay? And he's like, which one of you guys wants to come with me? So we're like, I'd rather die. All three of us are out there. And I'm like, so I literally look at Kristen and I'm like, go. And she's like, no, you go. And Nicole's like, no. And then I felt bad. So I had to go with him. This man held me until we were at water to our ankles. I'm like, I can walk. Get off of me. So he saved my life, and I was pissed about it. A 65-year-old man. It was his last day. Make no mistake. It was the way Ken Vanderpump gave those things. He was on his last leg. That guy was at the thing, and he was like, Tom Sandoval.
Jesus.
Yeah.
So you're telling me life on the line, 2 seconds away from meeting your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ.
I was 21. I was horned up.
You were horned up, and you were a beggar, but that never ever impeded on your right to be a chooser.
My right to be a chooser. Absolutely. But I went. Because they didn't want to go either. Yeah. My cousins were related. So they didn't want to go either. And I ended up with this fucking guy. He had fucking zinc on his nose. We were in 1964. What is this, the Sandlot?
So who got the hottest one?
I don't remember what they looked like at all. But they were young guys. And, and then I'm looking at them like, you guys aren't even legal.
Yeah. You guys wouldn't even know what to do with all of that.
Yeah. I'm like, watch your big cousin show you how it's done.
Yeah, I'm the one who lost my virginity at 15. It's what it is.
So yeah, so that happened. And then my cousin Matt and his now wife are like laying on thing. They had no idea it happened. The whole beach is coming up to us like we're celebrities. Like, oh my God, are you guys all a family? That could have been tragic. Like all of my aunts and uncles would have lost all of their children. Yeah. Like that's how bad it was. And we were out of breath and like waiting for the lifeguards to come to shore. We were treading water for like an hour. Whew. It was insane. And then my cousin Matt and there's the thing, and they were like, hello. We all literally almost died. They're like, yeah, right. And Matt's like, you should have swam horizontal. That's how you get out.
That is what they say.
Yeah, you think we didn't try that? You think we're just sitting there? We tried it. My dad's like a swimmer. I knew they always told me that.
That's so funny.
There was nowhere to go. We couldn't move. And he just said that. And I was like, I want you to go back in the water. I want you to drown.
Why don't you go swim sideways?
Yeah. I was like, are you kidding? They closed the beach that day. I'm like, you think they're closing the beach because? That's how bad it was.
Why don't you fucking take your thumb, put it sideways, and shove it right up your ass?
Mind you, I was also so hungover. I threw up out of the car on the way there.
Oh, you're a mess today.
Yeah, I was a mess that day.
Oh, my Lord. But you made it.
But I made it. I'm here to tell the tale.
You're here to tell the tale, and you almost died that day, but you know, sometimes you gotta almost die for the bad bitch to live, and it's just what it is.
What it is. Wait, can I tell you one more story?
Go for it, quick.
I have another funny beach story. Me and Dave were at the beach at Jones Beach, and we're like in the water, and we're like catching waves, and then we see like this group of hot guys over there. We're looking at them like, oh my god, and then
How old are you guys?
Also same summer.
You're just fucking out
21
of the beach,
years old, right?
Trolling for dick. Most people at the beach have the thing, they're looking for treasure in the sand.
Yeah, I'm like this looking for dick.
Yeah, Samantha's like that, and she doesn't have the metal detector. She just has a big long dildo that she's just waving in the sand like a fucking walking stick.
Yeah, so we go there and we see these guys like, oh my god, then a wave comes and it knocks us out, and knock those guys out too. And I'm rolling in the thing, and there's like I feel a guy, and he like holds me. And I'm like, oh my god, and then like I get up and look, it's just David. We were just rolling on the beach together. We're like, get off.
Get off of me.
We were so mad. We're like, get the fuck. I'm like, come on, I don't even feel like a dude. And he's like, well.
He's like, get the fuck off me. Give me that dildo. Told you to stop bringing it to the beach.
But yeah, anyway.
Shout out to David.
Yes.
Shout out to Samantha. Shout out to all you guys. And shout out to episode 37.
Yes.
That's going to do it for us. We had a blast. We do got some important dates coming up. None more important than this month.
Yes. March 23rd.
5 p.m. at the stand. Soft launch live show. Thank you. That was pretty good.
That was really good.
You did a good job with that. 5 p.m. at the stand. The link is in our bio. We are going to be doing our monthly live show there. And then the 12th of April next month, I believe that's a Friday, we are going to be in Portland, Maine. At some brewery somewhere that I just keep forgetting to look up. And I'm going to tell you that the link's in the bio, but it's not there yet. But it will be when you guys hear this. So link in the bio for that. If you're in Portland, Maine, come see us. I'll be headlining. Samantha will be there. And then I'm going to be in Philly on the 4th of May at 4:30 at the Helium in Philly. Shout out to everybody at the Helium. I went there in February with Max, and I'm going to be back with Matt McCoy in May. And then speaking of Max, I'm going to be with Max in California on the 9th.
Yes.
In San Diego for Street Talk. And then on the 11th for the Netflix is a Joke Festival. Max is going to be running his hour for the festival, and I'm going to be there featuring.
Yes. Amazing. I love that.
What about you?
And then for me, I'm going to be in Stamford at New York Comedy Club on March 28th. I think the show is 8 o'clock, but there's only one show that night, so you can look at it there. And then I will also be at Stamford New York Comedy Club on March 30th at their 4:30 p.m. show. It's a Saturday. Come out to that as well. And then again, soft launch.
Soft launch
March
on the
23rd.
And you guys, we can catch you guys on Patreon. www.patreon.com/softlaunch. $5 a month. Become a super softie and get this bonus episode that we're about to record for you right now. But in the meantime, I've been JC Mendoza.
I'm Samantha Santos.
We love y'all.
Bye.
Peace.